Congratulations
Okay.
for
Is it
clearing.
fine now?
Yes, yes, it's
My
fine.
video is fine now?
Your video is fine now. Congratulations for clearing PMP exam.
Okay.
So first of all, how are you feeling after clearing the PMP exam?
Uh, it's a very mixed feeling because I have been preparing for this for a very long time, and
Okay.
finally I have made it. So I'm pretty relaxed right now. All the feeling has not yet sunk in, but yeah, I'm relaxed. I'm feeling happy and relaxed.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It is one of the most difficult certification, and the journey is always different and tough. Can you share your journey with us, please? Can you
Yes,
share?
sure, sir. So actually, it's a very long one. Uh, yes. So could you hear me?
Yes, yes, I could hear you.
Okay. So actually, I applied for the PMP certification in January 2019, and then almost a year gone by, I could not appear for it. I was completely stuck up with the official commitments, and then I have to ask them to push it. I got a push till March 2020 when the corona issue started happening, and then I asked them to give me some more breather because of some health issues going on, and then they pushed it entirely to January 2021. So that's when when we started getting this work from home kind of situation, I started getting little time to focus and balance official commitments along with some time for the studies. And that's when I started thinking about it seriously. But if I have to say, I started preparing from
Okay.
earliest, I say I started
Okay.
preparing seriously. I read the entire PMBOK once, I guess twice. I didn't touch Rita a lot because somehow it was not gelling with my understanding and taste. So I went through only few chapters in Rita, but then I came back to PMBOK because somehow PMBOK I was able to pick up and it was making sense to me. Other than that, I joined a lot of groups on Facebook, PMP related groups, and from there I got to know mock tests about Sudeep Roy sir. Then bought that from Udemy. Tried once some 50 questions, didn't do well. Then again, kind of left it off, and then I joined this group, the project management group that we have right now. And from there, getting the push when so many people started posting that I have cleared, I have cleared. So that morale boosting starts happening, that so many people are clearing it, we can also make it. And then I started a couple of videos. I was listening to a couple of videos online. Prezion was there, a couple of few more were there, Aileen Ellis was there, and then I happened to get in touch with your videos. So I think, sir, if I have to put it, there are a couple of things that I have picked up from your videos and the kind of learnings that you have given me. I remember the very first video that I saw of yours was the one in where you were telling the students to read all the questions thoroughly and read all the options with the positive bias unless you have a strong reason to reject it, and not a positive bias till we have a very strong reason to
True.
reject it. So I think that one line
Reject
stuck
it.
in my
True.
mind, and I prepared all the mock, keeping that guidelines in mind, even during the examination when there were lengthy questions coming in and I was getting a little confused. I was making sure that I'm sticking to that last portion, that I should have a very strong reason to reject this particular option. Until then, I'm not going to reject it. So I think that guideline stood with me till the last question.
That is a single line. If the way you did, if you mastered that line, you can like clear PMP because unless you have a reason to reject something, and if you have clear reason that okay, we have four options, now I'm going to reject this one, so then you can move on, and that is the best way to do. Okay, tell me about your PMP exam. How was it? Easy, hard, difficult? How many agile questions? Yes, yes, I can hear.
Hello?
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you. Please go on.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I think I'll rate the difficulty from moderate to high. There were a couple of easy questions. I could say there were 4 or 5 which were very straightforward questions. The answer was simply project charter or project management plan. They were very easy ones. But if I say 95% of the questions were, you can say they were similar to the ones that we see in the prepcast or the one that we have seen in the PMI mock. I remember there was one question about prototype or taking some early feedback or proof of concept, something like that was there. It was exactly the same that we have seen in the PMI mock. So I could, well, by going through the questions, I was getting that feeling. It is like I'm solving another mixed bag of prepcast and PMI mock, and then some questions which were typically like the PMI questions, 4 line, 5 line, long ones, even the options very long ones, and the answer is hidden in a very subtle language. The language is kind of explanation of the keyword, so you need to review it again and again to understand what each sense is coming out of each option. So I would say it was pretty difficult one, but yes, the toughest part was communication and stakeholder, because over the period of time we have been focusing on change management. So kind of that gets into you that how to handle a change request, but the stakeholder and communication part was still little tricky one. And there were good chunk of questions, I can say 40-45 questions were straight away from stakeholder and communication, 30 odd questions I guess from change request in different way. Something is happening, something is change happening, sponsor coming up with some change, some issue happened, something like that. So there were around 30 questions like that. Agile, there was only 2-3 questions coming from agile. And since I think I was appearing from the center, there were a couple of critical path method questions. So they were asking you what is the critical path, what is the duration, and something like that. So there were 3-4 questions wherein I had to use the marker, the sheet, calculation, and everything. Cost related were mostly CPI, SPI they have given, and they are asking to interpret the components, whether ahead of schedule, behind schedule, on budget, over budget, under budget, something like that. So and there were EAC related questions, but they were not calculation questions. They were like they have given the BAC, they have given the CPI, and they have asked us to tell whether at the time of completion we will be ahead of the EAC or behind the EAC. So I would say it was a lot of understanding which is required. You need to be very thorough with your concepts. Then only you will be able to handle those questions.
You would need to be thorough with your concept when you can handle this question. Let me put something in the real context. I still remember when you were in the coaching call and how deep you were going, that I need to know this, how you identify stakeholder, how you identify communication, all those things. So you went thorough, you went into depth, and you take out the diamonds out and you cleared PMP. Anything else you would like to add to the participants who are going to appear in like next 3 to 4 days?
So I would say I think the key is to be very thorough with the fundamentals. PMI is like PMI has issued a book called PMBOK, which is like good practices about project management, and the entire exam revolves around this book called PMBOK.
Okay.
You need to be very thorough with the fundamentals of project management, and you have to have good understanding of all the project documents, why they are created, where they are created, and all the tools and techniques you should know in depth, not cramming. I don't think cramming at all helps in this examination, because the nature is such that they drill the concepts out of you. So somebody
Okay.
who is strong in concepts will be able to make it. And time management, I guess, it's the most important thing. You have to constantly keep an eye on the timer, because you have 240 minutes and 200 questions to go, and nobody can afford to wait at a question and spend endless time on it. So I guess the key part is that one should definitely keep time management, clear conceptual understanding about the PMBOK, and then making sure that you are not nervous there. That's
You
more
are not
important.
nervous, you are not panicked. Stay focused on your time and understand the basic concept, the documents, all those things. So if you have read Pembroke, it's okay. If you haven't, I would like to add on something to what you have just said. You only have 3 to 4 days. So if you haven't read Pembroke, till now don't read it. Please. She have read it before, but now you don't have time to read it. Maybe master the documents and look it in the context and understand the pepcast. The key of her exam is that she was like she has given pepcast, she have given PMI mocks. So she was feeling the same way as she has given pepcast mocks or PMI. So do that, and I will highly recommend focus on stakeholder communication and risk. That's it, right?
Yes, yes, stakeholder communication, change management, and then maybe conceptual understanding about cost, schedule, triple constraints, all those things. Maybe one or two. So they will give you some question from all knowledge area, but the chunk will come from. For in my case, the chunk came from stakeholder communication and change request.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Anushka. And I really hope the reason for you did PMP, you can fulfill with now. Now you have PMP at your back, and now you can show that okay, I'm a certified PMP. If you want to raise, you get a raise. And I pray if you want to get a better job, you can get a better job. Thank you very much for giving your time and sharing your lesson with us. Thank
Thank you so much, Amir sir. And here I would like to take this opportunity, everyone, that all the mock sessions that you are conducting, they are of very high quality. All the guidelines that you are passing on to the students, it's amazing. And I think the way you are conducting it, I know a lot of people who even providing few documents or maybe providing an opportunity to take certain mocks, take they charge something for it, but the kind of service you have been providing, it's phenomenal to all the participants. And on a very different side, I'll say you're getting a lot of good karmas by doing this.
you.
And it's
Thank you.
not
Thank you.
it's not easy because it's a big business now. If you look into the PMP market, it's a big business now. So the kind of effort you and Gulzarji is giving to the students, it's from my bottom of my heart. I say a lot of thanks to you and to Gulzarji for taking all those mock sessions. They were very helpful. I cannot tell you how many times when I stuck, I remember those words because somewhere at the back of the mind they were linked. Read the options, don't jump, read the options. You might have an answer, but you might get a better answer. All those things that you have been telling in the mocks, they were all running behind my mind when I was writing the exam. So thank you so much. You have been very instrumental in my success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you a lot, Amir sir and Gulzarji.
Thank you very much. Thank you for saying that. And I wish you best of luck. See you.